for the last several months this year, I've been taking time one day a month to talk a bit about an employee in the Department of Homeland Security. Of all the departments in the federal government, large departments, they have the lowest morale. And we've been working hard with them to do something about that. And one of the things that we're doing, a small thing, but nonetheless, is to remind everybody that folks in the Department of Homeland Security in some cases risk their lives, invest their lives in trying to make sure that we have a life, and a good life and a safe life. And they're worthy of our praise. And what I'm going to do tonight, Mr. President, unless I get run off the floor here because of other press of other business, I want to talk about one of them. As you know, the department was recently the center of a budget battle here on Capitol Hill. And for weeks, it was unclear if the department was going to face a shutdown, another short-term continuing resolution, or receive the full year funding that they needed. Unfortunately, the Congress did its job, sent a clean funding bill for the rest of the fiscal year to the President's desk. The employees are grateful for that, and certainly I am as well. While the department's employees and leadership can now return to their focus on keeping America safe from the threats that our country faces, we shouldn't ignore the harm that the latest debate inflicted on the already low morale of employees at the department. More than 200,000 men and women work at the Department of Homeland Security, really to fulfill one mission, and that is to create a safe, secure, and resilient place where the American way of life can thrive. Many of those employees, again, as I said earlier, they put their lives on the line every single day. And whether these employees are securing our borders and securing our skies, responding to natural disasters, or bolstering our defenses in the cyber world, few other federal agencies and employees touch the lives of so many Americans on a daily basis more than do the employees of the Department of Homeland Security. There's no question that they deserve to be treated better than the way Congress has been treating them lately. And that's one of the reasons why over the past few months I've been coming to the floor to recognize the work of at least a few of the many exemplary Department of Homeland Security employees. In February, I spoke about Ramiro Garza, Jr., a Border Patrol agent at U.S. Customs and Border Protection. I'd had the opportunity to meet Mr. Garza in early February in McAllen, Texas, while on a visit to the Mexican border in South Texas with Senators Johnson and Ben Sasse. This past summer, Mr. Garza played an instrumental role in quickly setting up an emergency operations and processing center, which he now runs to help Customs and Border Protection better manage unaccompanied minors and families apprehended along the southern border. Today, I rise to speak about another dedicated and outstanding employee at the Department of Homeland Security. His name is Matthew O'Neill, and Matthew is an employee, a special agent within the U.S. Secret Service Agency. Over the past several months, there have been incidents, including some as recently as this month, that have again raised serious questions about the agency and its ability to fulfill its responsibilities. The agency's leadership is still addressing these troubling incidents and taking steps to implement reforms and improve the agency from the inside out. So while it's important for us to usher in a new chapter for the U.S. Secret Service, it's important also that we shine some light on the brave men and women at the agency who continue to serve our country, carry out their missions with distinction. Special Agent Matthew O'Neill is one of the many hardworking public servants and whose day-to-day work deserves special recognition. We live in a world that is becoming increasingly digitized. Nearly all Americans, including members of this chamber and me, are spending more and more of our time online, whether it's to do our banking, do our shopping, communicating with our loved ones, or simply getting our work done on a day-to-day basis. Americans' ability to go online in a safe and secure environment is at the core of Special Agent O'Neill's work. See, agents in the U.S. Secret Service are not only responsible for protecting the president, first family, other dignitaries as well. Some agents, like Special Agent O'Neill, do their work in cyberspace, not outer space, cyberspace. And there in that cyberspace, their criminals are elusive, and their threats that they pose for us are sophisticated and many. Put simply, Agent O'Neill's job is to target the cyber criminals taking aim at the American consumer and businesses and our national security online. Financial crime has evolved dramatically in the nearly 20 years since Special Agent O'Neill began his career with the Secret Service. Not that long ago, criminals would go to a bank, perhaps maybe a jewelry store or a convenience store, and steal money or maybe some other valuables. Today, they don't even need to go outside to steal items of great value from businesses, from the federal government, or from the rest of us, consumers, regular citizens. These criminals just need access to the internet. These data breaches are disruptive to our economy. They cause worry and confusion for millions of American consumers and for businesses. But thanks to his dedication and expertise, Special Agent O'Neill has helped the federal government try and stay ahead of the curve and keep our most sensitive information and our property secure. Special Agent O'Neill is originally from Dumfries, Virginia. He graduated from James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia. That makes him a Duke. And before joining his career with the Secret Service in 1998 in the New Haven, Connecticut office. From 2003 to 2007, he served in the Vice Presidential and Special Services Division here in Washington, D.C. And however, it is while serving in his current role, one primarily performed in cyberspace, that Special Agent O'Neill has become one of the top cyber warriors defending our security online. In this position, he has helped lead a number of complex transnational cybercrime investigations. These investigations have focused on crimes ranging from hacks into checkout lanes at brick-and-mortar stores to the online sales of stolen, personally identifiable information like Social Security numbers. In one investigation, Special Agent O'Neill identified website portals that sold personal information of approximately 30 million Americans to other cyber criminals, potentially putting victims at risk for identity theft or credit card fraud or worse. To uncover the criminals running and participating in this scheme, Special Agent O'Neill sought and executed over a dozen federal search warrants, made numerous undercover purchases, and painstakingly examined nearly 40,000 emails. As a result of extensive investigation, Special Agent O'Neill was able to trace the source of the stolen data to an individual in South Vietnam. In 2013, the culprit was arrested for his crimes. And since the investigation, Special Agent O'Neill has been able to identify and arrest over 20 other criminals who worked in conjunction with the culprit by illicitly purchasing the stolen data. In addition to breaking up that complex network, Special Agent O'Neill's work has also thwarted attacks involving everyday transactions, saving businesses, saving consumers from financial harm. For example, he played a critical role in identifying and tracking and indicting 3 Romanian nationals who were planning to hack into the computer system of a major fast food franchise with more than 25,000 restaurants here in the United States. Time and again, Special Agent O'Neill's supervisors and colleagues have noted and commended his dedication to duty, including his willingness to work at all hours of the day and night to track criminals who use the internet with malicious intent. In 2012, he was recognized as the Investigator of the Year by the International Association of Financial Crimes Investigators. And in 2013, he was honored by the Secret Service as its Special Agent of the Year for his efforts. And in 2014, he received the Department of Homeland Security Secretary's Meritorious Service Award. But Special Agent O'Neill's service doesn't end with his work at the Department of Homeland Security. When he's not combating cybercrime, he's serving his neighbors and community by volunteering for a local charity that provides financial assistance to families dealing with cancer. The charity also provides scholarship money for the continuing education of oncology nurses, and I'd like to thank Special Agent O'Neill's family for sharing with him his community and his nation. We're a safer country because of it. In closing, Mr. President, the actions taken by Special Agent Matthew O'Neill attest to this critically important work done by thousands of individuals across the Department of Homeland Security every single day. These men and women are courageous, they're dedicated, and exemplary federal employees who selflessly serve our country year in and year out. And like Special Agent Matthew O'Neill, these unsung heroes and heroines walk among us every day, protecting us from the unknown or from the unexpected. And more often than not, the good work that they do goes unnoticed. But not today. Not today. Special Agent O'Neill, thank you. Thank you for your dedication to this country. Thank you for your tireless service to all of us.